Ivan Milat was the kind of man you would never suspect of violence. To neighbours in the peaceful New South Wales town of Belanglo, he was polite, hard-working, and unremarkable, a man who spent his days fixing cars and tending to his property with quiet diligence. But between 1989 and 1993, Milat was carrying out a chilling series of murders that would become known as the Backpacker Murders, one of Australia's most disturbing unsolved crime sprees. Milat targeted young travellers, backpackers passing through Australia on holiday, often alone, or with friends and trusting strangers. Using the freedom of the open roads and the goodwill of country hospitality as his cover, he offered rides or directions to people he met at hitchhiking spots, hostels, or rest areas. Once his victims agreed to ride with him, the journey turned sinister. Milat drove them deep into the dense Australian bush, to remote stretches of forest near Belanglo State Forest, where the cries and footprints of his victims would never be heard again. The bodies of multiple backpackers were eventually discovered in the forest, some shot at close range, others tied and left to die, their belongings scattered or partially buried. The crime scenes were isolated, overgrown, and far from the highways the victims had planned to travel, making investigations slow and difficult. For years, authorities struggled to connect the disappearances, as the victims came from different countries, Britain, Germany, Sweden, and their last known locations were spread across vast distances. A breakthrough finally came when forensic evidence and witness reports linked Milat's vehicle to some of the last sightings of the missing travellers. Investigators pieced together testimonies from people who had seen Milat offering lifts, combined with physical evidence from his property and belongings found near the bodies. When police searched his home, they uncovered clothing, maps, and other items linked to the victims, revealing the horrifying truth. Milat was arrested and brought to trial, where he was convicted of multiple counts of murder and sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. Even behind bars, he never fully explained his motives, leaving families and investigators to grapple with unanswered questions about why he chose his victims and how he managed to evade detection for so long. Ivan Milat's story remains a chilling reminder that trust can be exploited and that danger sometimes hides behind the most ordinary faces. A man offering a ride, a friendly wave on the roadside, or a smile from a passing car. In the vast openness of the Australian outback, Milat used isolation as his ally, turning freedom into fear and forever tainting the idea of adventure on the open road.